Hello and welcome back to JBCTR. If you're new, my name's Johnny and today we're comparing whether it's worth stretching to Ford's factory modified Fiesta ST or whether it's worth buying a normal one and making the changes yourself. So today we're going to be comparing these two. We're going to be comparing on speed, ride comfort, price, exclusivity, all that kind of stuff. So I guess we should make a start with ride comfort. Okay, so ride comfort, and as you can see we're in the orange one, there's an orange strip there, and this is a bumpy road, and you can kind of see that I'm sort of being wobbled about, but it's not actually too bad. I must admit the suspension, the coilovers on the Performance Edition are really good, really nice. They're comfy and they can handle very well. As you can see down here, it's pretty chill. Like, I'm nice and comfy. I mean, I'm sorry for the car, it's getting very muddy, but I'm comfy. So yeah, let's try the same road in the JBCTR edition, which of course is sat on springs and OEM dampers. Right then, JBCTR edition, same road, instantly feels a little bit more bumpy. Wouldn't say uncomfortable. In fact, well, clearly it's not. I live with this car day to day, but you can probably see me sort of jiggling around a little bit more. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat those coilovers. I mean, remember, this is exactly the same road and I'm doing basically the same speed. And yeah, although, yeah, it's just not as comfortable, basically. I reckon handling on both of these cars is not actually too far apart, but day-to-day comfort, the Performance Edition wins hands down. So next category is speed, or more precisely acceleration. Now, when I did a 30 to 70 timed run on my stock car, I achieved 5.49 seconds, 30 to 70. Now this car, producing the same amount of power, I suspect might be a bit quicker. It feels quicker through first and second, and maybe through third, but it kind of loses its pizzazz in third. Reason for that is this has the Ford Performance lighter wheels, and I reckon, you know, less unsprung mass, less rotation forces, all that kind of stuff may convert into real world speed, which would then give this thing its name as a Performance Edition. So yeah, let's get on a dual carriageway and see how we go. Okay, so we've got some clear road. I'm going to use second and third gear, start just below 30, try and get it through. So yeah, we're good to go. Right, reasonably good gear change, and that's 70. I think that was pretty good actually. A little bit of wheel spin as we went into third, so yeah, I'm happy with that one. Interested to see the result. Okay, so now back in the grey one, just waiting at the lights at the bottom of the slip road, so I'll do the same pull in the same place and we'll compare the results and yeah, see how we get on. So let's wait for this to get green and we'll be on our way. Right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, too much wheel spin, come on! Oh, 70. Right, hopefully that's a good time, and let's go park up and compare. I wanna drive a faster car. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Okay, so I've just pulled over to review the results, and unfortunately my Draggy app seems to have a bit of a tiz, and there's no data apart from the times. But I guess times is all we need, as we were using the same piece of road for both cars. So the Performance Edition, I did 2 runs in it in the same place, same road, all that kind of stuff. First one was 5.66, which is kind of in line with my stock run on this car. But quite amazingly, the second run I did was 5 seconds dead, which is half a second quicker than my stock run, or the quickest stock run I did in this when it didn't have any software on it. Now, considering the car has no added power apparently, that's quite impressive, and the only thing I can put that down to is those lighter wheels. Of course, you know, less rotational forces and less unsprung mass. That's the only thing, and it does actually feel way more nimble and a little bit quicker behind the wheel as well. Now, my car obviously is producing a hell of a lot more power, and clearly there's no replacement for power, as this was quicker. So my quickest time today was 4.6, which is in no way a good time for this car. Now, the reason for that was, probably as you'd seen, there was a lot of wheel spin. My poor tyres on the front are on their last legs, and I must admit, I'd be really intrigued to see what this car could do with some lighter wheels. Obviously, you've got the extra power and the lighter wheels, and seeing as my tyres are on the way out, then maybe now's a good time to do it. So there we go, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. Right, anyway, with that, we'll go find the orange one and carry on with the comparison. Now, here's a controversial one. Which one of these cars looks better? So let me throw in a cheeky little montage for, well, to help you make your mind up, and then I'll put a vote up there. Now, if you watch the channel regularly, you'll know that I really like shooting in the woods. So I thought I'd move the cars around and we'll get a slightly different perspective. Anyway, next up on the comparison challenge, if you want to call it a challenge, is noise. So we'll go find a straight road somewhere, do a couple of downshifts, because I think that is the most representative way of showing you guys noise. Okay, so from experience, I know that to get the best overrun, you need to be doing just over 40 mile an hour, drop it to second, and the exhaust will be going bam, 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 or at least that's the plan. So we'll go flying past this camera up here at just over 40 mile an hour and do a cheeky downshift. It's not great for the performance edition. Right, let's get in the JB CTR edition. Let's call it that, why not? Okay, so now in the grey one, the JB CTR edition, same thing again. It instantly feels quicker. Oh, oh, it sounds so much better. This one just completely rinses the performance edition, obviously, because it's got a nice exhaust. Now, next up on the list is something that has been quite contentious with the Performance Edition, and that's price. So, on my phone here, if you wanted to buy one of these, you're looking to spend around about $26,495, and there's no options on this. It's the Performance Edition or nothing, and you get everything that comes with it. And if you've not seen what comes with it, I did a standalone review of this car. I'll put a link up to the description there. So, $26,495 gets you this. No more, no less. That's the Performance Edition. This, however, now I spec'd it up recently. I think the prices have gone up since I bought mine, because I don't remember the RRP for mine being quite this high, but the RRP currently for this is £26,175 on the road, which is a lot of money for a Fiesta, although not as much as this one, granted, but it's still a lot of money. And then to get it to this stage, I've made a fair few changes. So if we compare all the RRPs for all the changes on this add that to the car, then actually this car comes in at 28,962. So this one is actually more expensive than this one, which I think a lot of people have overlooked. Now, I will caveat that with the fact that this is, you know, everything on this has been based on RRPs, and yeah, I get it. There's big discounts available on the car for one, and a lot of the aftermarket stuff you'll also get discounts on if you look around and know where to look. However, this is a limited edition, and therefore the likelihood of discounts is slim, and therefore the cost of these two probably ends up being pretty comparable. But there's one thing that you can't get away from, and that is the exclusivity of the Performance Edition. Only 600 of these, and they're in the UK market. So if you're not in the UK, you can't get one, unfortunately. So yeah, there we go. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Performance Edition down in the comments below. We'll leave it there. So if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, cars, whatever, then feel free to subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Goes aside from my soul.